Week 2 of the NFL was packed full of intensity. There were some games that stood out for their eye-catching plays and jaw-dropping finishes that kept every fan entertained this past Sunday. Welcome back to Penn State Sports Night. I'm Amanda Vogt alongside Brendan Conroy and Dugan Lloyd, and we are here to break down our favorite matchups with all the drama that unfolded. Brendan, we'll start with you. What game piqued your interest?
I think one game that we definitely have to focus on is the Bucs versus the Saints. This was one of the craziest games I saw all day Sunday, and there were plenty of crazy games that happened. This one stood out to me the most because of just where I was and how I was watching it. It was absolutely insane, but I think the thing we have to focus on is how much Winston lost in that fourth quarter. Both teams went in tied at 3 apiece. All they needed to do was have any type of offense, any type of play, or just a successful drive. The Bucs didn't have to really do anything. What did Tom Brady do? Nothing. Other than kind of instigate a fight that ended up resulting in Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore getting ejected, Brady didn't really do much. It was all Jameis Winston throwing 3 interceptions on 3 straight drives. One that was taken in the end zone, eventually returned for a touchdown. The next one for a field goal, and then the next one a 68-yard run, another touchdown. That doesn't do well for your team. 3 interceptions, nonetheless, in 3 drives. Not going to be a great look. Not going to let you win. And obviously that touchdown that was thrown to Michael Thomas late in that fourth quarter didn't help. They still lost 20-10 because of those 2 interceptions. It really hurts when your quarterback isn't playing his game against his old team. What are you doing there, Winston? You got to step it up. You can't be playing like this, especially against a Bucs team like this, like Tom Brady. He doesn't have the experience like Brady does, but still, you got to come better prepared. Look at that, 6 sacks. There was no offense, and there was no offensive line. So I think the Bucs have really stepped up on their defense, whereas where did the Saints lack? Offense.
Yeah, that was a strong game, but let's not forget all the upsets week 2 of the NFL was full of, not necessarily for the fans, but for the teams predicted to win before kickoff. 2 of those upsets that stood out to me was the Jets topping the Browns in Cleveland, scoring 2 touchdowns in the last 90 seconds, and then Dallas somehow coming out and destroying Joe Burrow's Bengals once again. Joe Burrow's not looking like the guy we saw in the Super Bowl, but what game was your favorite?
Yeah, I'm going to take it back to that 1 o'clock window where, especially in that witching hour, we saw a lot of just close, action-packed games. The Miami Dolphins did something that hasn't been done since 2010. Down 21 in the fourth quarter, came all the way back. A game I think a lot of people turned off. I know I wasn't focused on it. You look at the screen, and just like that, they're down 14, they're down 7. Coming back, Lamar Jackson had a great game. He threw for 3 touchdowns, he rushed for 1, threw for over 300 yards. But late, he wasn't able to get enough first downs. He did lead them on that drive. A lot of people wrote Tua off at halftime. Across the league, fans, media personalities, didn't matter. Bounced back, used 2 of the best weapons in the league, Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Speed kills. It's proven at this point. 2 touchdowns each amounting for 360 yards together. Tua threw for 6 touchdowns, coming all the way back and grabbing a late win.
Yeah, that was really fun to watch and follow along with too, but we've got to put this week behind us because week 3 will be here before you know it. So what matchups are you looking forward to the most? Dugan, we'll start with you this time.
I've got my eyes on the 4 o'clock window this time. Bucs-Packers. We haven't seen this matchup since the 2021 NFC Championship game. Expecting Matt LaFleur to be a little more aggressive late in the game this time around, but also a lot of storyline. You touched on it, the whole Mike Evans deal. He's not going to be playing in this game. As a team, the Buccaneers have been winning ugly so far this season, relying on that defense a lot. And the defense has been allowing less than 7 points a game so far through 2. So I think the defense is where it's going to start. The Packers need to run the ball. That's been really the focus, especially with an inexperienced receiving core. So I am looking to see if they can hammer the ball with A.J. Dillon especially. We'll see if they can do that. But these 2 teams who these past couple of years have really been 2 titans of the industry in the NFC in particular. So we will see how that unfolds, and 2 big-time quarterbacks going up against each other.
Yeah, and I'm going to touch on one game next week that I'm looking forward to. It's nothing special, not a Monday night game. It's right in the afternoon on Sunday, but it's a big NFC matchup between the Commanders and the Eagles. It's going to be played in Washington. I have a prediction, 24-17. Where did that number come from? I made it up, obviously, because of how the Eagles have been able to improve. But I did give the Commanders 17 because of how they've also been able to step up. I might have lost my voice a little, but what I did not lose was fantasy last week with Jahan Dotson. Dotson coming in from our very own Penn State, stepping up on the field, getting the touchdowns that we haven't seen before. honestly, it's very reminiscent of someone like Justin Jefferson when he was in his rookie season, playing like a dog, just absolutely insane on the field. The Eagles, though, with Hurts, he's been able to control that offensive line. They've been able to support him very well and back him up. I think the Eagles are a team, the team we see with the Eagles is one that we haven't seen in a while, and it's one with a lot of potential. I think they have a great potential to actually go far, and in this NFC, they play tonight. We'll see if they go 2-0 or if they're 1-1. But either way, I feel like they're going to be heading into this game with confidence and that they have a good chance to win and, maybe go 3-0.
The NFC Beast, you never know.
We'll see.
Yeah, week 3 has some great games lined up. The Cowboys playing at MetLife against the Giants should be fun to keep an eye on for some Monday night football. Divisional games could always go either way, and with the Giants going 2-0 for the first time since 2016, could they notch another one and beat Dallas? We'll have to wait and see on that. That's a wrap on this edition of Penn State Sport Night. For Brendan Conroy and Dugan Lloyd, I'm Amanda Vogt. Have a great night.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night. We hope you liked that segment.
And we're sure there's other Penn State Sports Night segments that you're going to love as well. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content.
And check us out on social media for updates and behind-the-scenes clips and pics. Follow us on Twitter at PSSN and on Instagram at PSU Sports Night to keep up with all the action.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.